Go ahead, get your packages ready, and we're going to open them. Be a little gentle, because what you're going to find out is that underneath the package is actually the instructions. There's 2 pieces of fabric, one with a printed side and one a dark coordinating color. And when you look at these fabrics, you're going to find out there's a fuzzy side and a flatter side. The print is going to be easier to recognize on the side that's fuzzy. What we want you to do with that is we want you to make sure that the fuzzy side is on the outside so the child can feel the fuzziness. Then we want to take those 2 lesser sides and line them up together, because what we're going to have to do is trim what we've been given. The fabric should be close to the same size, but they're not exactly the same size. So you just take the fabric and line it up. And since that you guys are working in a team, this might be actually easier, because you'll have people who will help you line up the fabrics. And once you've lined up the fabrics, you want to get the wrinkles out so it lines up. What you're going to find out is that the machines have little edges that we have to trim off. So I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to just chop off about 1 inch. So one of you can be the cutter and the others help out. As you can see, I'm not quite perfect at this. The flaws won't show in this project. That's why it's such a good one. Basically we're lining up the fabric and we're getting away the machine edges. Then we're going to trim this edge so it also matches. So this one I might actually have to trim a couple times. But what you want to do here is keep the top and the bottom together. As you see, I didn't do that. So now I'm having to retrim it. Now perfectionists, which there might be a few of you in the audience, would like a straight edge here. And it's nice to have a straight edge because it will look better, but it's not necessary. You can cut them 5 inches or 4 inches. And I like to use 4 inches, but if anyone has arthritic fingers or hands, let's go to the 5 inches, because that'll just make it a lot easier to tie. And we are making these blankets for children, so they don't need to be that big. All you gotta do is put the 4 inch in the corner and cut around it. And these little things, you can make little baby gloves for the hospital. So I'm gonna try and collect them afterwards to give them to a seamstress. If you can set a straight line 4 inches off of your blanket like this is gonna give you what you wanna cut. And these are actually very simple to do. If you look and you put your thumb on the ruler, you're gonna find out what's about 1 inch, or your finger. And then you can eyeball it from then on. So I like to eyeball my thumb. And you just go through and you make cuts. You don't wanna pull too hard on the fabric or you'll get angles. And sometimes you make them a little thinner, that's okay. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. And remember, we're making these for children. I feel like we're giving them a warm hug. These kids are in the hospital over the holidays. That can't be too much fun. The hospital said that kids love these blankets. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna show you, we can make 2 types of knots here. There's the double knot, tying your shoe one on top, one on bottom. Then you flip-flop and do the other one on top. I like to do the loop. So on this end, we're gonna do a loop. You just put your fingers through and pull it through. And this is where it pays if you have 5 inches. Now you just have to go around. So while one person is cutting, the rest of the group can be doing the knots. All that has to happen is that your group has to decide, are your square knots or loops? And make sure your knots are tight, otherwise they'll come undone in the wash. And once you've got your ties done, we've got a completed blanket, and we're going to be giving these to the children. And like I said, we're giving the kids a hug they can get over and over. So put your thoughts and prayers in these blankets, and they'll have more than just blankets with warmth. They'll have your thoughts.
Beth, what can